to the board and to Ms. Herzberg. Thank you, the rest of you, for being here tonight. We'll go ahead and move on to our public forum segment of the meeting. For those that have filled out a yellow slip to speak, I did speak both with the clerk and the city attorney before the meeting. I think we have 40 or so people wanting to speak, and the same subject line as concession stand. Obviously, you all are here tonight. I'm going to ask, if I could, that you choose between 3 and 5 representatives to come up and speak for the full amount of time, because it's the same issue. Certainly, if it's not to do with the concession stand, you're welcome to speak anyhow. Tracy, would you all like to meet on who's going to represent you all? And we're here to hear you, of course.
As president of DYSC, our legal counsel has advised us to decline. We would like to be heard. Thank you.
Okay. If the commission has a different sentiment than that, there are 40 of them that have asked to speak on the same issue. Mr. Cooney, do you have any specific feeling on that? Obviously, I mean,
you obviously have the ability to limit times if you wish. The commission wants to limit times, particularly if it's repetitive. You have the ability to do that.
Okay. Is there anybody from the commission that thinks it's unreasonable? Because, I mean, you know, we want to hear what everybody has to say. Certainly, we've been in receipt of many emails that have come over the last couple of months on the same issue. I know our legal counsel is in the middle of something with their legal counsel, although I don't understand the full extent of it. The public forum is open to you all on this issue, and you're welcome to have, like I said, 3 to 5 people come up and speak on it. If you'd like to choose who would represent you, you're welcome to have the attorney. But what I'm saying is, I mean, we're not going to go on for 3.5 hours on the same issue. If somebody has something new to add, I mean, that's certainly okay. We want to hear everything that you have to say, but we don't want to go over and over. Are you, Mr. Santiago, you're going to represent the... Okay, you can call the first person.
David
from the...
Santiago.
Thank you, Commissioners, Mayors. You know, that was not the first topic I was going to talk about, but I'll make it. And Mayor, this is precisely the problem, okay? You have a history of wanting to shut the public up. I'll just open with that. You know, you're wanting to sue residents in the past, and I'll just tell you, let the people speak. They have an entitlement to speak their voice regardless of what it is. So I'll start with the soccer club because, well, first let me say that we had a lot of festivities here today in recognition, and it's all good. But it's also important to point out some of the issues that are negative in the city, because there are plenty of them, and 2 of them have surfaced recently. And one is the soccer club concession. And I'll tell you, in my history as a commissioner, I remember dealing with a lot of soccer club of the concession stand issues where some of them I was opposed to. And I was opposed to them because of the reason. When you make rules for the wrong reasons, they come back and bite you. And here's a perfect case of that, Mayor. And you know, and I know, and the commission knows, so the public needs to know that for years coming, your friend and business partner ran that concession. And I'll tell you, public, is they used to get every single thing they wanted handed to them. Everything. Even money. And now, that partner, that friend is no longer running the concession. And these people are being treated inequitably because of that. So rest assured, folks, that you that are out here, that this is political, and the only way, I will tell you, and the mayor may have a change of heart here on this, the only other way that you can get your way in this city, I served with this mayor for 2 years, either you pay homage to him, you become a business partner, or you become a political advisor or a fan of his political objectives. So I'll tell you folks, today as you deal with your issues here in the concession stand, I hope you're able to resolve them, but I will promise you this, come November, we will resolve them. Because there's a few months left and change is coming to this city, positive change, and we're going to put this city back on track where it's a positive city, where people are proud to live on, people are treated equally, okay? Not for who you're politically aligned with. Rules should be made and applied to everyone, not to who you're aligned with. And man, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Folks, there's been countless things where money's been handed. I'll go through another list before I go into it. Money's handed to former businesses of the mayor of $5,000. There's other issues. So you know, please understand that I point to the mayor on this issue because rest assured, this gentleman here controls what happens. Don't fool yourself about the commission. He controls exactly what happens here, and I hope you all get your issue resolved. And he's going to tell you today that he had no idea. Don't fall for it, folks. He has an idea. As we enter the political season here, you're going to see a lot of attacks coming forward. They've already begun. The mayor's already launched his political attack dogs, and you'll see it in the paper. But I'll tell you, folks, we will take it on. We will take this city back. It only took one stone for David to defeat the giant, and we will have plenty of stones. So send your soldiers. We will take this city back. We will make this a great place to live again, where everybody's treated equally. Now I'll lead to my last comments in 50 seconds that I have. I'm disappointed to hear some research that was done on the Cavallero land that we bought for the public safety complex. Folks, I'll speak quickly because the city commission, with the exception of Denizak, Zishkow, and McFall, paid $7.6 million for land that the property appraiser's office just 4 months later is saying is worth $337,000. Okay? Exactly. Now you're going to hear all kinds of stories, folks. I'll tell you, if anybody wants a history, I have more than 4 minutes after this, but we had our city attorney go back to the appraisal and tell him appraise it differently so we can pay more. There's a con here going on, and I'm disappointed. These are working families that live in the city of Deltona. We cannot spend money in the fashion that you're spending here and the behavior you're acting. So please change your ways, or else come November, folks, we will change it for you. Thank you.
Mike Williams.
That's a hard act to follow, and I'm not going to even attempt it, okay? But I am going to stand and give some plaudits to the city tonight. First of all, I'm Mike Williams, and I reside at 2889 Cottageville Street here in Deltona. A couple of things that I want to say. Number one, we're so delighted that the street sign is up saying Dr. Martin Luther King. I saw that sign, and I called Jan Diet on it Saturday morning. I was going to a breakfast in DeLand, and she said, yeah, Mike, it's been up a couple of days. I said, well, and then I've had several constituents of mine call me to express how pleased they are that the sign is up. And I told them, I said, it's really my fault that it was delayed because we were trying to get Dr. King's daughter down, and the commission was saying, let's get the sign up. You got the sign up, everybody looks good. And when you really crest that hill and you see that Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard, a pride that swells up in all of us here in the city of Deltona. The other thing I want to say, and I know Mr. Denny is working on a day that we can all do a real commemorative type celebration on that, and I know that's some days he put before the commission to review. The other thing I want to mention is on Saturday night, 2 of the commissioners were in attendance at the West Volusia Branch NAACP banquet in DeLand. That was Commissioner Jan Diet and Commissioner Mike Carmelingo. We were glad that you were there. I thought it was a very festive evening, and we all enjoyed ourselves. And the last thing I want to mention is tonight I'm going to give back to the city some money that because we had a contract with a property at 1408 Eaton Drive, that because the addendum from the city didn't match the addendum of the seller, it resulted in what we call a cancellation of contract in real estate. The city signed the cancellation on March the 25th. The seller didn't sign the cancellation, Ms. Miller, until April 26th. So for all that time, I was bird dogging and making sure that we got this money back. So tonight, we're going to give back to the city their $1,000 that you had in escrow on that property at 1408. So we're happy to do that. And the other thing too, as soon as Mr. Boley gets the properties rehabbed and ready to go, we have a team of people ready to help the city sell those properties that have been bought under the Neighborhood Stabilization Program. So thank you for the Martin Luther King sign, and thank you for just a wonderful support that the city gave. It was a 7-0 vote on deciding on naming that street for Dr. Martin Luther King. And as I said, many constituents have called me singing their praises, and they wanted me to share that with the city tonight, how proud they are to see the Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard sign on Howland Boulevard. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay.